everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time, welcome to my channel. First of all, I would like to wish you and your family well. I hope you are doing fine and keeping yourself safe and healthy and doing your part in keeping your community safe during these difficult times. Now, on this video, I'm starting a new series, and this is ranking my makeup series. I will be ranking the makeup I have used and is currently using, most of which are makeup that I have and had in my project pans. For this episode, I will be ranking my base products, starting with the foundations. As you can see here, I have a few empties here, and these are foundations I had in my previous project pan, and I have one here that is currently in my drop 20 in 2020. So this is the L'Oreal True Match foundation, and then this Wet n Wild, it doesn't look like I have used it yet, but I have used this last year. This is part of my Finish 19 in 2019 project pan, but I pulled it out. So that's the reason why there isn't much usage there, because I was focusing on this L'Oreal True Match foundation. So this is a rollover actually from my previous project, from my last year's project pan. Now anyway, let me do my ranking of the foundations I have used. And I would be ranking the True Match, this L'Oreal True Match foundation. So this is also a L'Oreal True Match foundation. It's the same as this one, but this is the old version, so it's an old packaging. I suppose they may probably have changed the formula as well. But anyway, this is the one I enjoyed the most using, and that is actually the reason why I bought this one, because of the experience I have with this L'Oreal True Match foundation. Now the next one would be this Shiseido, the makeup cream foundation. So it was also, this is also very old. I am not sure if this is still available. I used this up, I think 2 years ago, if I remember it right. And then the next one would be the Sun High Definition Foundation. This one is still available, and if I want to repurchase it, I can still repurchase that one. And then I would put the Wet n Wild after that. Although I haven't used much of this one, based on what I recall, I seem to prefer this over the L'Oreal True Match foundation. That one, this one, we'll see if it will still be ranked there when I start using this one, after I'm finished using the L'Oreal True Match foundation. And the last one would be the Dream Satin Skin foundation. So this is the ranking. Number 1 is the L'Oreal True Match foundation, the old one. Shiseido, the makeup cream foundation, is the next. And then my third would be Sunshine High Definition foundation. And then we have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. And then I have the L'Oreal True Match foundation. And lastly is the Maybelline Dream Satin Skin foundation. This one definitely I'm not going to repurchase. It has a different formula. I think they say it's a mousse formula, but I'm not really sure. Anyway, so this is for my foundation. Next category that I'll be ranking would be the BB creams that I have tried. I have tried 4, and the first one I tried, I don't have the packaging anymore, and that's the EB Advanced BB cream. I tried the whitening variant. That variant has yellow tone. And then the next one I tried, I think, is this Age Miracle BB Plus. And then this Diana Stolder Collagen BB Cream. I think I tried these both at the same time, more or less, because they were both in my project pan on the same year. I think that was way back in 2018. And then the Pond's Flawless White BB Cream, this one is in my Drop 20 in 2020. So ranking them, I would rank the EB Advanced BB Cream as my number 1. And then I have this Age Miracle BB Plus will be my number 2. My number 3 would be the Flawless White BB Cream from Pond's, and this Diana Stolder Collagen BB Cream would be the last. This one, the Diana Stolder, doesn't have any coverage, so this is used more like a primer. And then between Age Miracle and Flawless White from Pond's, I preferred the Age Miracle mainly because of the shade, but I think it's also because of the formula. There seemed to be some difference, and definitely I prefer this one over this one because this has pink tone and it looks a bit grayish on me. Anyway, I'm still trying to use this up as part of my Drop 20 in 2020. Next category would be the concealers I've tried. So it's concealer and color corrector. So I have 3 here, but I've tried 4. The other one is the Essence All Round, no, it's Catrice All Round Concealer. That one has concealer and color corrector in them. So this one, the L'Oreal True Match Concealer, is currently in my Drop 20 in 2020. I actually had this in an earlier project pan, but I didn't get to use that up mainly because I wasn't using it. But this time I have been focusing on making sure that I use this up this year. And there's not much left actually in this packaging. And then we have here the Sansan Concealer. I had this also in my project pan last year, but I wasn't able to use this up, obviously. And as you can see, I haven't even hit pan on it. But there's already a dip there. I don't know if you can see at the middle. And then we have here the Bella Peer Color Corrector. I had this in my previous years, last year's Finish 19 in 2019. And I still have this. I've rolled this over in my Drop 20 in 2020. So this one is purely a color corrector. So ranking them, I am ranking this L'Oreal True Match Concealer as my number 1, surprisingly, because as I mentioned, I had it several years back and haven't really been using this, but I am enjoying it right now. So I'm ranking that number 1. Number 2 will be the Catrice All Round Concealer. That one, I prefer that over the Sansan Concealer in terms of the concealer shades, those that are light shade. But in terms of the color corrector part, I prefer this one. This seems to be better for me. I think because those were too light for me to color correct. And then the third one would be the Bella Peer. And this Sansan Concealer last. This one, the reason why I don't like it, I don't like the shade. I don't like the formula as well. So basically, I don't really enjoy using this. But I still have it in my stash. And hopefully, I would be able to hit pan on that one there. So this is now the ranking for my concealers. The next category that I'll be ranking would be the pressed powders I've tried. I have tried 3 brands. So we have here the Feature and Shade Two-Way Cake. And then I have here the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Pressed Powder. And I have the Maybelline New York Dream Satin Skin Two-Way Cake. So I have tried 2 of this. This is my second one. I also tried 2 of this. This is my second one. And I have tried 2 of this. Just for a different shade for all of them. So for the Maybelline, I'm currently using B3. The one I used up was B5. And this is in my Drop 20 in 2020. As well as this one. This is also in my Drop 20 in 2020. Both of these are rolled over from last year's Finish 19 in 2019. Currently, I'm trying to use up the warm beige. The first one I tried was warm light. And then for the Features and Shade, I've tried two of these as well. The first one I tried is Duchess. The second, I can't remember the shade name, but it's a different shade. Now, ranking them, I would rank this first. I prefer this over these other two. And then the next one would be the Maybelline. I prefer this over Wet n Wild pressed powder. So, number 1, features and shade. Number 2, Maybelline Dream Satin Skin. And last one is the Wet n Wild. So, maybe when I'm done with this two, and I can try another brand. I still have one more of this actually, and I can't remember the shade. I think it's neutral beige. Anyway, so this is my ranking for my base products, and in my future episode, it will now be for the other categories. And so that's it. Thank you all for watching. Bye!